Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of eXp Realty.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm David Yak here.
And I'm Susan Keller-Horn.
And you're listening or watching Yak About Today in film, or maybe theater. So, get up, put your headphones on, go for a run, but listen to what we yak about today. Again, thanks for listening. I'm David Yak here with Susan Keller-Horn. And last week, I begged a person to come back so we can talk about how we're working together. So we've got Lisa McNamee here with us, and she is the president, executive director, CEO, and every other title you can have in this town of the Theater Guild. I'm so glad you came back.
Thank you. I'm back. So let's get it on.
We're lying. Oh, did I say that?
You did. You said that right out loud.
You said that
out loud.
Anyway, so the idea of coming back is because last week we did have a great conversation about the Theater Guild and the upcoming works, which we may talk about again. But we started talking about a partnership. And if I step back, you know, we are a community. We're an amazing community. We have the community theater, the Theater Guild. We have the film festival that Susan and I work on. We have an opera company. We have the Vero Beach Ballet. And in fact, for such a small community, we have so much art. And most of us are always trying to raise funds to put on our art. And, you know,
we work by ourselves.
Yeah,
that's right. And I think what happened is, as I got to know Lisa over at the Theater Guild, as a result of us wanting to put a lot of our films during the film festival in the Theater Guild, because it's one of the best venues you can get.
we're the best venue.
The best venue. The best venue. I said that last week, so I know our listeners know that. But, you know, one of the things that came out of our discussions was that we should really be supporting one another. You know, we're a community, and, you know, when you're a nonprofit, you're always strapped for funds. Mm-hmm. You know, so if we can somehow find ways of working together, you know, that would benefit, you know, all of us. So we started talking, and we were planning somehow to introduce films all year round. You know, our festival this coming year will be, I believe the date, 8th to 11th. June 8th to 11th.
Yes, to June 11th.
I was about to say 9th to 12th.
2023.
2023.
So, yes.
So we decided, when Susan and I were sitting around talking with our other comrades, we sort of thought of ways that we could develop year-round programs. And one of the ways we could do that, besides the parties that we're really famous for, that we'll talk about in a little while, yes, is to really start a film series all year round. And the perfect partners were the Theater Guild and the festival. I mean, because the two arts, and I think we started hitting on this, Lisa, last week. You know, you have a new Tennessee Williams program, and many of the Tennessee Williams plays, if not all, or seems like all, right, were made into films. Mm-hmm. And so that's our area. So what better way to sort of partner together? But when your stage isn't occupied or coming out too much from the proscenium, we could drop down.
Correct.
Our screen and show our films. And I think probably our conversations will extend to how they work together, how the films and how the stage plays work together. And as we develop, I'm hoping that we take it, in that direction. Did I say it all?
I think so.
All right,
theater,
show's done.
and theater and film, I mean, we're showing four films during this festival. So you can't get away from film. You can't get away from the stage.
I'm sorry. How come you're showing our films?
Because you didn't think of it first.
Because you didn't think
David.
about it. That's right. You didn't think of it. Susan's got it. You didn't think about it.
All right. I'm
all
going to
your
leave the
fault,
rest of the
David.
show to you two. Right? I'll be leaving now.
Okay.
Jesse, how do you get out of here?
As a result of the film festival, we're bringing down Roger Rappaport from Michigan. Roger Rappaport is a producer and a writer, and he has actually written from a film. He's written the play for Old Heart, which is a book about an elderly African-American man who is entering an assisted living home by his daughter and son. And then one day he just was like, I'm out of here. And he went and got up and he went to Europe in search of his first love, who was his translator during World War II. And we are actually he's bringing that film, he's bringing his main actor and his main actress down, his producer down, and his director down. And every other cast member has to come from Vero Beach. So we really need you to come out. It is a mixture of, we do need African-American to play his family members. And we are actually putting this play on in conjunction with another program for Black History Month. There is a teacher that has, she's actually created a program called Unsung Heroes, and she did it last year. And they've asked her to do it in a grandeur venue, and she picked us, which that's a no-brainer.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
So she's actually bringing her show of Unsung Heroes and all the children up from Fort Pierce and from Obasso and showing that the unsung heroes are the police officers and the sheriff, and that despite what's going on in today's world, there are still policemen and sheriffs that are there to help the community. They are also putting on a memorial service for the police officer that was killed in Wabasso. And then those children, Roger is actually raising money so that those children can stay from the afternoon into the evening to see the play Old Heart.
Oh, that's so cool.
So it's really exciting.
So to explain the relationship with Roger, with the film festival and with the Theater Guild, Roger is one of the filmmakers that had presented at our festival this year. And the name of his film is
Coming Up for Air.
Coming Up for Air. Mm-hmm. Wonderful, wonderful film. It deals with mental health. And he's been traveling around the country with this and working with mental health organizations, showing the film. It's a narrative feature, so it's a fictional story, but it really touches on what happens with mental health in kind of some different ways. And so now, but Roger's amazing. And
I think it won one of our big awards.
Yes, he won the best film for our festival this year. So best narrative feature. And so now when he was here, he said to me, Susan, who can I get in touch with I have a play I'm producing, because Roger is that talented. He's like doing plays, he's doing movies, he's running around helping mental health organizations.
Wonderful man.
He's a writer. And we've interviewed him before, and we will interview him again. But anyway, so Roger said, Susan, who do I get in touch with? I said, well, I think you need to talk to the Vero Beach Theater Guild. It's a perfect place for you to have an opening. Because this will be his opening, correct? This is going to be the opening of his play. And he's really excited about it. He's really excited about working with Vero Beach actors and actresses. And
he really took to this town.
He really did.
He really did.
And we love him too. I took to him. I just, I spent a lot of time with Roger. And he's such a great guy. So I'm so glad and that's the thing. We all need to work together. The film festival needs to work with the Theater Guild and with the museum and with the different organizations, all the arts organizations, the schools, Charter High School, the different places. I think that it's really important that we don't act as little islands and that we work together. So.
Oh, and a caveat to that is, I'm actually bringing a school from Fort Pierce who is starting their own theater program at their school, and it's St. Andrews, and they're coming up and they are doing a play here in December, and they're using our theater because that's what Vero is all about. We are a community. We bring in anyone that, wants to come in, because our goal is to present the arts to our patrons, to the community.
It's not often, three of us are transplants, actually from the same basic area.
Yeah.
I think it's New Jersey and New York. And it's just not often that you find a town. You come from someplace that's been your home for your whole life, and you come to a town and you do really fall in love with this town. I mean, so much so you get very protective. If you're the last person to come in and move here, the first thing you say is, everybody stay away.
Correct. I've said that so many times over the past 6 years.
I'm more welcoming. I'm the person who's like, come join me. I've got my aunt and uncle moved here, got my mom moved here. I'm trying to get friends to move here. So I'm a little less.
But the idea is we need people, especially for our organizations, not only, to frequent our art, but we need to put people heads in beds in our hotels. And you ask me why? The reason is we can get grants for bringing people into our community who benefit the community, who shop at the community, who eat in the community, who sleep in the community. And then, of course, they must return home to where they came from.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the fact is the film festival, we took a ton of hotel rooms this year. And those people go out in the community and they spend money. It's very important for us to bring in the tourism. And we have such amazing venues and things to do. And I love it here. And
are you listening, tourism? You better be listening now.
All right, we're inviting him in to talk to us.
That's
Maybe
right.
he'll give us some money.
That's right. Give us money.
I got him first.
Right. Yeah, we haven't talked about sharing money yet, have we?
That's true.
That's another discussion.
But we want to share it. We do want to share everything because it's so important for everyone to give the arts. And that, you're right, David. That's one of the reasons that we settled. My husband and I went along the whole entire East Coast we were living in Virginia at the time, all the way down. And this is where we chose because of the community. I don't think I'd live anywhere else in Florida except Vero Beach because the community is so welcoming and so wonderful, and everybody's a family here.
It's funny. Our plan originally was to go, I think, to Delray because we knew Delray really well. I had bought my mother a place there before she died, and we had a friend. And actually, it's a mutual friend of ours, Susan, and she said, before you go to Delray, really, you should try Vero. Just put your stuff in storage and come down, rent a place in Vero. And, for the first month, we're sitting there going, oh, well, this is nice. When are we going to Delray? Then all of a sudden, you really get to know this place. All the art. This place has more newspapers than New York City does. For such a small town.
It really does.
So then one day you really do fall in love with the place. It's really extraordinary.
And the reason you do it is because we have the film and we have the theater.
Right.
Well, let's talk about one of the things that we have coming up that people will love about Vero.
Are you sure you want to have this conversation?
Well, it is a super secret.
Very secret.
I don't know it, so don't ask me.
That's right. So, Lisa, you have questions about it?
I don't even know what it is. What is it called? It's so secret that I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, for people might recognize it. For a long time, we called it Cinema de la Mer, and the subtitle was always The White Party. So most people knew it as the White Party. And there's a history to this party, and it was started in France as a sort of a fundraiser. And the idea was they put out a few tables and chairs. And if you wanted to have an evening and eat and enjoy yourself, right, you bring your food, you bring your plates, you bring your knives and forks, the whole works. And people started decorating their tables. And it really was a fundraiser. Now it's a worldwide phenomenon. I think there were 18,000 people at the last, it was called...
Not ours.
Not ours.
I was going to say, right. Wow.
Right.
If we brought 18,000 people into this town, more people would know about it, but now we need to get more people.
And we can finance us and the Theater Guild.
It's true.
Right.
We want to bring 18,000 people into our town.
Right. Anyway, it did become a worldwide phenomenon, and a lot of big cities have it. And about 6 years ago, Jerusha, who was the founder, and of course, many of you know that Susan was co-founder, they developed, looked at this concept and said, that would really work for us. So each year, what happens is a location is picked, and nobody knows where that location is.
Well,
right?
we know.
We do?
Well, that's not right.
But we're not telling. We know. We know where it is.
You know, people in Vero Beach do not keep secrets.
I know. That's why
This
we're not
is true.
telling you.
Be that way.
I'm going to be that way.
So the way this thing works is interesting, and you really need to explain it to people because they don't get it at first.
Well, let's give it its name. It's the Super Secret White Party.
Right.
And so those who've been there know that everything is white. So the tablecloths are white, the chairs are white, and everybody comes wearing white clothes, and your decorations have to celebrate the white colors. So it doesn't have to be, there are multiple colors of white. We don't want beige, we want white, but it's so we have incredible parties, and this will be the 6th one we have coming up, correct?
Sixth one. The entertainment has always been spectacular and a surprise. So the way it works is that we provide table and chairs, and we provide the most extraordinary venues. And you come with your food, and some people have chef-prepared food that they bring. Other people bring Happy Meals.
Yes.
And they decorate, and everybody decorates the table. And of course, we give out an award for the best decorated table. And in addition to this incredible venue, we provide an evening of entertainment. And we had really great entertainment at the last party. We had a jazz band where people walked in and they were schmoozing, and we pour a lot of Prosecco. And then we go to dinner, and we had a harpist that played during our dinner. After dinner, we had the ballet Vero Beach perform. And
that was so funny. I mean, when you say ballet Vero Beach, it sounds like it's this big, elegant thing. It was hysterical. It was so much fun.
Camillo did a piece from Swan Lake. And he was, what's it called in Europe, in Paris? The Ballet Trocadero or something.
I don't know it.
It's where men play also all the female parts. And so Camillo did a piece from Swan Lake, and he is brilliant. He is funny. He dances on what's it called? On your tiptoes?
Point. On
point. He dances on point, and it was great. And we followed that with Marilyn Monroe.
She sang Happy Birthday to me.
She sang Happy Birthday. It sat on all the men's laps.
Yes.
And that was incredible. She sang for us. It was an incredible impersonation. And then we ended it with an enormous dance party. So we provided a whole evening of entertainment. And right now, we're planning the entertainment for the November 4th White Party. And we're going to put this up for sale September 12th.
Wow, that's right around the corner.
It's up for sale when you're watching this.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
That was our big lie in the beginning. We're actually taping this right after each other.
I'm live. They're on tape. So anyway, it's on sale. You go to the website. It'll be vbfilmfest.org. And you'll be able to buy tickets. And we have unlimited seating this year. Last year, we were confined to about 200.
Yes.
So it sold out instantly, 200 people. But this year, we sort of have unlimited space.
Well, not unlimited, but we could probably go up to about 400 people, I think.
That's right.
And what's really cool is to see a whole bunch of people wearing all white. It's beautiful. It's really very, very pretty. It's a lot of fun. And last year's event was at the Treehouse, which is a great venue in town, and it was really a unique place. But this year, we can't tell you where it's going to be. But if you don't go and then you read about it, you're going, oh man, why didn't I go? It's so cool and so amazing.
The hint is it's never been done before. This venue has never allowed something like this to happen. Yep. And it's really painful not to be bragging about it. Isn't it? It's like
I know.
painful.
Don't you want to just tell people where it's going to be? And it's just so cool.
You really do.
I'm sitting here stewing, everybody. Just want you to know that.
Well, my husband, I can't tell him. I just can't. He would be at work and he'd be talking to people with their animals. He's a veterinarian, and he'd probably be saying, "Oh, and by the way, are you going to the white party? It's going to be at such and such a place." I know him. I love him. I'm not telling him where this is at. So that's that.
And Lisa's upset because we've been talking about this extraordinary partnership, and
now I can't even go to the white party.
But you're
they
going to
won't tell me where it is.
No, that's not why you can't go. I mean,
No,
you do have
I
a good
can't.
excuse.
I do have a good excuse. I'm really not going to be here.
I know. And it's a good place you're going.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I would have put my trip aside,
I know.
for my
Again,
partner.
I don't know. Australia here.
Yeah. And, besides that, we had talked earlier also, besides the white party, we had talked earlier about working with the Theater Guild. Mm-hmm. And we're first really putting together the film series now. We have a lot of ideas about what the film series should be. And it'll be the first time that we're operating year-round. And as you know, it's important to constantly be out there, especially for nonprofits like us, because being out there and in front of everybody helps us, not only get people to frequent our events, but also to raise the money we need. And that's something we don't often talk about. It's almost embarrassing sometimes. It feels like we're pleading, but we're pleading.
Yeah. I was just going to say that.
But we're pleading.
We're begging. We're pleading.
So,
we're begging.
And
we are.
So get in touch with us if you want to buy tickets or if you want to be a sponsor. I mean, the White Party is going to be an awesome sponsorship opportunity. Our film series will be an awesome sponsorship opportunity. vbfilmfest.org is the best way to reach us. We get right back to you, and we're really excited about it.
We even have a phone number.
Oh, we do.
772-444-2827. And by the way, so let's put this together. It's theaterguild.com.
Mm-hmm.
vbfilmfest.org. These are two addresses that you need to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Memorize them.
Right? So I think we are sort of out of time. Right.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. It's been a lot of fun.
Lisa, I loved having you on 2 shows in a row.
I loved it. In a row.
2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row. Oh, we'll never get past that one.
No.
All right, everybody. Take care. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Dr. Stephen Tate offers the safest and most efficient technique for customized cataract surgery. Patients are personally counseled on the best approach for their needs and lifestyle. From multifocal lenses that allow for distance and reading vision to toric lenses that correct astigmatism, let New Vision Eye Center guide you safely through your options. For world-class eye care on the Treasure Coast, visit newvisioneyecenter.com.
You're busy. You're an on-the-go person with a hectic schedule. So let affordable water deliver salt and water to your door so maybe you can relax for a minute.
While you reach 2 call the Pure Water Pros. Affordable water.
Even with all this financial uncertainty, real estate is still the best tool to build wealth. Whether you're looking at investments or using your real estate to provide a legacy, let us show you the way. I'm Chris Nolan of the Nolan Group of eXp Realty. Visit mynexthomefinder.com.
If you want a home that has the style of the coast, come to Sunshine Furniture during the Tommy Bahama and Lexington Fall Home event. Now until October 30th, you save 50% on all bedroom, dining room, media, home office, and occasional furniture with fresh finishes and rich textures made from materials that reflect the essence of resort living. Our 35,000 square foot showroom is also filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture from Universal, Hooker, Barcalounger, Riverside, Four Seasons, Capri, and more. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have the largest selection of patio furniture anywhere, including fire pits, umbrellas, and outdoor rugs. Come in now during the Tommy Bahama and Lexington half-price fall home event. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in Vero Beach, next to Planet Fitness. Family owned and operated since 1991. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com and don't forget to visit our outlet and sales store just across the street.